John, do you see this as a first step in taking this to sort of statewide movement? Mario sort of alluded to that at the end of his law professor speech.
I think we definitely need to. I did hire a law professor, and we did want to anticipate all your questions. That's why we had a lengthy presentation. Probably be someone's reporter just.
They're going to be a test.
We would certainly want to bring it to the courts to decide, and so then every other municipality in the state would have to decide what action they would have to take.
So your first step will be seeking this injunction. Do you have to get the board of approval just to even do that, clearly?
Yes, it's entering litigation, so we would have to get approval.
Okay.
And I want to personally commend my colleague, Vice Chairman Moorlach, and his staff in this effort, because when I first served on the board about 4 years ago, the whole tenor here was very, very different. We got into closed session after a long meeting, very little material in advance. We were being essentially dictated to by human resources staff about all the negotiating they've done, about how it makes sense. We were told, I was told personally by some of my colleagues and by staff, that I couldn't take anything out of the meeting to analyze, to look at, and it was all presented pretty much pre-digested. Now the board is engaged in these negotiations. This is an initiative which is not coming from staff, not to criticize them. It's coming from where it should come, the Board of Supervisors. And it will be done not in closed session, but in a public vote as to whether we're going to proceed on this basis. Certainly John has my complete support. All of us have sworn an oath to defend the state constitution. This is an apparent violation of several parts of that constitution. A lot of cities and counties have entered into similar agreements. Are going to watch this with a great deal of interest. Some are going to be very, very supportive because they can't pay these obligations either. Some might be a little more politically timid because they don't want to take on the political fight that it's going to entail. The unions, of course, who are benefiting by this, their employees, are going to have a very different point of view on this, and will respond with their own legal arguments, and ultimately will be decided by the state courts. As Mario said, these are all state issues, state constitutional issues, so once it gets to the California State Supreme Court, Mario, I think that's pretty much it. There are no federal issues here at all.
There do not appear to be federal issues.
And at least at the state level, we'll have a definitive answer one way or the other. We think that answer will be positive. But it's worth moving forward on this, knowing what we know now. And I commend John for his leadership position. He has my support.